Yo, what is it? You already know what it is, man. This is your man, Levon. Welcome back to my channel, Levon Says, where we inspire to love you, to uplift you, motivate you, to learn with you, as well as laugh with you, to encourage you, and enlighten you on this channel. You dig? Lamella E. Remember, like this video, share this video on all your platforms, and please subscribe to the channel. Please hit that bell notification so you're always notified whenever I upload content. You dig? So on this Faith Over Fear Friday on today, I want to talk to you about Psalms 119 and 37, right? About asking God to quicken us in his way. You dig? Quicken us. What does that mean, to quicken, right? What does it mean to quicken? What snaps you back into focus? What, like snatches your attention and lines you back up? What gets you right? What, that thing that overrides anything else in you. The thing that quickens you, brings you back to your senses. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to talk about that quickening, because a lot of times we think that it's us that quickens us, but actually it's him that quickens us. And, I just got a few questions I want to ask you guys on this Faith Over Fear Friday. You dig? Just want to ask a few questions. And just want you to think about these questions as you ponder quickening. All right? So let's get into it. Now, when I'm talking about, quickening, I'm not talking about quickening like quick, like body reaction. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody say something and you snap up, like you finna, say something sarcastic or you finna, flip on them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about that kind of quick. I ain't talking about that kind of quick where, your kid do something and you want to turn around and backhand them real. I ain't talking about that kind of quick. I ain't talking about that kind of quick where, you ready to draw down on somebody because they didn't say something quick. I ain't talking about that kind of quick, right? I'm talking about the kind of quick that gets your heart. I'm talking about that kind of quick that'll snatch your heart. That'll, you know what I'm saying? That'll grip your heart. I'm talking about that kind of quickening. That kind of quickening that'll get your attention. It'll get your focus. Amongst the chaotic and all the chaos and all the loudness and all the whatever that's going on, it can grip your attention and it can grip your heart. I'm talking about that kind of quickening. Right? So, what is it that we can think about? What is it that we can ponder, we can consider, in our in our finite minds, that we think that would cause us to be quickened, right? I mean, there's a few questions I could ask. What do you think? Do you think if you thought about this, that it would quicken you? It would make you, it would grip your heart. It would focus your mind. It would cause you to want to change. What do you think some things out there that could be, that we could think or ponder or consider or imagine or create or come up with that would quicken us? I got a couple questions that I just want to run by y'all, and you asked me. I want you to answer the question of if any of these things would quicken you to movement, would grip your heart, would grip your understanding, your intellect, and cause you to focus and cause you to say, take an inward perspective of you, take an inward inventory. That's what we're talking about quickening. What's going to grip your heart? What's going to cause you to look at yourself and take an inventory of yourself? Did you hear what he said? I heard what he said. Did you hear what he said? I heard what he said. Let me run these by you real quick. Now, keep in mind, how can I word this? How can I put this? let me say it this way. It's my belief, okay? It may not be yours, but it's my belief that there is nothing that we can do. There is no motive that we can have in our heart. There is no idea that we can come up with or that we can create that would quicken us to be zealous about moving toward God and the things of God. That's just my personal opinion, right? But still, like the question comes to mind, will not heaven quicken you, grip you? The thoughts of heaven. Think about heaven for a minute. Those of you that believe, heaven is this place that's described in Revelations as, all sufficient. God is the one that is the source of the entire city. The tree of life is there. The streets paved with gold is there. The everlasting water is there. The gates, the gates to the city of precious jewels and the walls of the city are made of precious jewels. I mean, just imagine heaven. Is that not enough to quicken you? Right? If not heaven, what about hell? Is not the thought of hell enough to grip your heart? Right? All that we understand about hell, weeping and gnashing, right, of teeth, everlasting fire, eternal burning and torment, eternal separation from God. Is that not enough to grip our hearts? And is that not enough to cause us to become zealous for the things of God? Will not death itself cause me to consider and cause me to snap back and look at myself internally? I mean, y'all remember the show 1,000 Ways to Die? Will not death quicken me? How one may die, when they may die, the type of ways they could die. Will that not quicken me? Thinking about death. And speaking of death, can I not think of death, right? And then standing before God and have not been faithful in service to the master? Think about that. I'm going to die. And I'm going to have to stand before God and be judged. And based upon knowing that I have to stand before him and be judged of my life, is that not enough for me to not be slothful in service to him, to not be lazy in service to him? You know what I'm saying? To not be, unfocused and undisciplined in service to him? Is that not enough to quicken my heart and focus my mind? Can I think about the wounds that he suffered in his hands and in his feet? The thorns that were forced and pressed into his head. The spear that was pierced in his side. Can I not think of being at the cross, at his feet, and not be stirred, not be gripped in my heart, not be focused and sucked back into tunnel vision in my mind? Well, it seems so. It seems so. It seems that we can consider these things and it not move us, it not grip us, and it not focus our attention. It seems so. We can ask these questions and yes, it seems so. But as I said before, it's going to take God himself to come in and do it. No mere consideration that we can ponder, that we can think of, that we can create, that we can come up with, that we can listen to, that we can steal or plagiarize. No mere thought or consideration we can have can do it except God himself.
You need to say that again. I think they need to hear that again. Y'all didn't hear it? You need to say that again.
Except his spirit come in and do it. No mere consideration that we can have can stir us to zeal and grip our hearts and cause us to take an inward reflection and desire change except God himself come and do it. Thus the psalmist crying out, "Quicken thou me in thy way. Quicken thou me." I can't do it. There's no amount of study, contemplating, prayer, giving. There's no amount of anything, service I can do except your spirit come in, except you do it in me. That's why he said, "Quicken thou me in thy way." Anyway, I just want to come on real quick and just wanted to bless y'all on this Faith Over Fear Friday and ask you to use your faith over fear in the questions of when you examine yourself. Is there anything that will grip my heart and my mind that I can think of? Nope. It's got to be him and his spirit that does it. Because I'm full of sin. And no amount of thought that I can think of or ponder or question or weigh can ever cause me to want to look and focus on the things of God. It has to be God and his spirit that does it in us to help us focus, to help quicken us, and help serve to the master's use. It's got to be him that quickens us. We don't have the ability to quicken ourselves. So on this Faith Over Fear Friday, be blessed. I hope this blesses you. I hope you take this and exercise it in your faith over fear on this Friday. Be blessed. Remember, one love, Lamella E, love, uplift, motivate, inspire, learn, laugh, encourage, and enlighten, LamellaE.com. And remember to like this video, subscribe to my channel. Please hit that like button and hit that bell notification so you're always notified whenever I upload content. One love, you man, Levon, and I'm out.